Hello, my name is Ahmed. Now I'm 37 years old. I came to Turkey, Istanbul. I've been here for 2 weeks. It was a big decision that I took to come to Turkey, but I've been preparing myself mentally from 2008 to come here, because that was when my interest in Turkey started from 2008. I was born and raised in a Christian Orthodox family. It was like a normal patriarchal family. And I was attending church like from a very young age, as I can remember myself. I was going to, like my grandmother, because I was closer with my grandmother. She was taking me to church every Sunday. And then as I grew up, from 6 years, 7 years old, I also attended the Orthodox Sunday school after the church. I was raised this way, and until I finished my first year senior high school. And then I went to Athens to do my last 2 years of senior high school at school. In Athens, my mother came closer to her Christian beliefs because she had more time then. Because of my studies and my school, I didn't have time to go so much to church. When I finished my school in Athens, I went to England to study. I studied English literature there for 5 years. My first year in England, I met with some Greek people there. We got to know like the Greek community wanted to know like where is the church, if there's a church, Christian church in that place where I was living. So we found a church, and we went for the first year sometimes. But then on the second year, I met some other friends, like from other nationalities, and I didn't attend so much. Yes, my second year was the point when my relationship with the Christian Orthodox Church kind of get apart, like not ended fully, but I distanced myself with Christian Orthodox Church. After I met some Greek people in England, some of them were having an anarchist ideology, let's say. I kind of became an atheist. 2008 was one of my turning points, like, let's say. So because I started becoming interested in Turkey, Turkish sports, let's say, Turkish culture, because I met a guy in Thessaloniki. He first told me that like Greeks and Turks have a lot in common. The music, the sports, cuisine, different, all these kind of things. So he got me interested, and from there on I followed Turkish culture and Turkish politics, and getting to know what was happening here in Turkey. I watched on TV. So on TV we could see 2 Turkish channels, like TRT Haber and TRT 1. So these were my main sources of information about Turkey. And also I could also listen to Turkish radio stations, hearing and getting to know Turkish music as well. So, and that was my interest at that time, mostly music. Music was, and finding all the common music that we have. 2016 was the year that was my turning point for Islam. I decided myself that I wanted to be closer to Islam, because I saw on Turkish television, I witnessed from first hand how the coup attempt happened here in Turkey. As I saw it on TRT Haber channel, and TRT World was also my main source because it's in English, so I could understand it better. As everything happened at these 2 days during the coup attempt, I felt something inside me that this could not really happen. I said to myself, I wish I could be there and go out in the streets too. That's how much I loved Turkey up to that point. I wanted to be part of that history. I prayed like for these people, like to. Inside me, I wanted for this coup attempt to fail, and when I started knowing what was really happening, I was all in support with Turkish democracy overtaking the coup attempt. After the coup attempt failed, and it all after 2 days, everything came back to normal. I said to myself that that something happened, and the Turkish people overcame this obstacle, something like a miracle. So I said to myself that it could have probably it was Allah's will to for Turkey to be saved and continue its democracy and continue its life as it was. From there on, I started following and getting to know what was Islam all about, wanting actually to become a Turkish Muslim as well and having the opportunity. That was my dream actually from 2008 to come to Turkey, because as I said, I loved Turkey because first of our common grounds that we have, and after I also decided after 2016 that I decided to become a Muslim. I was preparing myself mentally all those years. Also the pandemic now from last year, 2019. I think that this time now, nearly a year, helped me like realize that this was the right time to come to Turkey, and also that this was probably Allah's will to come here to be a Muslim as well. That was the right time, and was preparing myself mentally to come here to Turkey at some point after my grandparents died, because I wanted to be with them, because they were the ones that raised me most of the time. They were there for me at every point, especially my father's parents, which we were living close. Our houses were side by side. I really saw my grandmother as my mother. Last year, yes, 2019, no, 2 years before, 2019, it was the first sign that one of my grandfathers died in February, and my next grandfather died in the summer of 2019. So these were the moments that I said that the time is coming for me, like to travel to Turkey and live there. So coming here now, I left both my grandmothers there now, living. I said to myself that because of this pandemic, and especially in Greece, they're not really controlling it very much. So, and I was a bit afraid of how they were not very organized, the hospitals and all stuff, and I was afraid of my health. Maybe I said to myself, if I stay longer in Greece, maybe I will catch the virus and I could not come to Turkey. So That's why I decided to come to Turkey now, because as things were getting worse now for Greece, and I think that was the best time. My grandmother, one of my grandmothers, I told them that I wanted to come here. So she said, okay, if it's for your own good, I give you my blessing to go to and live your life as you want. So that's why I took the decision to come now, yes. Last week, so I converted to a Muslim here in Istanbul. I met, because close to my hotel, there's a jami, a mosque. I wanted to do this. And as a few days, I walked past the jami and I said to myself, how can I get closer? How can I get in touch with an imam? I didn't know. And I asked a Turkish guy from the hotel that I'm living, can you introduce me into the imam? Can you take me to the mosque? And he said, okay, yes. He was not, he was he's a Turkish guy, yes. And he was born a Muslim, but he's not actually practicing Islam every day. He introduced me to Imam, and the Imam there introduced me to some other people who knew English better, so I don't know. I only know a few words in Turkish. That's how I came to become Turkish Muslim. He took me to the Mufluyu, yes, close to the place where my hotel was. And the president there gave me this. I took the Shahada, and he gave me the certificate of Muslim revert. I'm proud of this, and inshallah, I will become a good Muslim from now on, and may Allah guide me in His way. You know, there was a dream that I had seen from a young age. It was, I was like 10 or 11 years old. It's very vivid. I can describe it now. I was in a building site, I remember. And there were lots of people there working with sand and with they were trying to build, I think, some constructions there. There was a point that I was around the area. I can imagine that I could feel it in my dream that I was that side was in part of Anatolia, but I didn't know at that time that I wanted to go to Turkey. So maybe it was in Turkey, I don't know. As I was working with the other people there, someone called me from the top kind of the assembly place where we would go after our work, maybe to discuss. The workers have an office, yes, where to discuss or eat something or something like that. So I heard my name calling me, and they said, there's someone asking for you. So, and I said, who's that person? I didn't know. And when they said, come, someone's asking for you. I went there, yes, I walked some stairs, I remember, going up to this assembly office. And when I went there, there was a figure, a white like shining figure. First he was a human, I think, human figure, yes. And he was saying to me, I want you like to follow me. Like I want you like to I will I want you to be with me, like to follow me. And because there were other people also at that assembly office, others also followed with him. But something inside of me said, no, it's better not to follow him. And he left with the others. And I stayed behind. And then I went back to my work. And after a while, they again called my name and said, please, can you come up? There's another person like now asking for you again. So, okay, I said, why are they calling me again? Who could be that guy? So I went again up in that office. And that was the time when I saw this white shining figure. And when I get close to him, close to that figure, I could understand that it was kind like of a man, but and as I saw his face, he reminded me of Jesus Christ. So because I was like a young child, I didn't know Islam at that point. He asked me, do you have any sign of your body? Have you had any stamp or anything like code or something written on your... And he searched something like seen my face or my elbows, let's say, and stuff. And I said, no, I don't have anything. Okay, then he said, if you don't have anything that's put in on you or a stamp or any sign like that, then you can follow me. When he said that to me, I was very grateful. And I said, yes, this is the real Isa, yeah, the real Jesus. And so I need to follow him. That's a blessing for me. Like if Jesus tells me to follow him, I need to follow him. So I followed him. That's how I remember it in my dream. So as he went in front, then I went behind him and with some other people as well. Yeah. So then I woke up. Yes, that was my dream. A very big sign that followed me through my whole life, and I might have been an atheist for some part of my life, but I never lost real belief in God, that there should be God somewhere and protecting and people, and also that people came to life here to live on earth for a reason. So I have never stopped. Something inside me said that you should never stop believing this. Yes. I got information through the internet, mostly. Wikipedia or YouTube, some YouTube videos. Yeah, mostly Wikipedia, yes. Because I wanted like to find something as much as objective as it could be, to learn something about Islam and get me to see. I knew some things before, some food that Muslims cannot eat, or that I saw through the TV that the people they had some times of the day that they were praying. But I didn't know much. My first encounter, person to person, yes, with Islam, was while I was in England studying for my master's degree, my final year in England, yes. I was living in the same, we were sharing an houses of residence, yes, that I was living there, with a Pakistan guy. And when I told him that I was yes, I had been a Christian Orthodox, had been grown up as like that, he told me, yes, I am a Muslim, yes, and you know, in the Quran it says that there are, you can find a lot of similarities between, and also there are many mentions about Virgin Mary and Jesus Christ, and also Prophet Elijah. And I said, really? I didn't know that. So it was kind of strange to me at that time when I first heard it. And then as he told me that, he explained to me that in the Quran, yes, Jesus was not referring as a son of God, but as a prophet. I kind of wondered, how could that be? Because until that time, I only knew him as a son of God. So, yes, it was a kind of strange to hear it for the first time. And but he explained to me that don't be afraid of Muslims. Don't see them as a very different religion to yours, because you know, we also, yes, we have a lot of mentions, like, and I read my last days now, that in the Quran there's a big chapter on Virgin Mary. So it made me a very big impression, and I want to know more about it. I haven't read the Quran until now, but I want to get to know. I'm starting now to, I have been and did some prayers and getting to know how to do prayers. And I also, yes, want to find a scholar to guide me through Islam and teach me exactly how I should become a real Muslim and be closer to Allah. When I was a Christian Orthodox, I thought that this was the best religion, or say, and because my parents had taught me that I should follow this and not think of anything else. And then when I became an atheist, my friends told me that, yes, this is the best, that atheism, why there should be a God, why you should live your life as you want, there's no problem. And so I thought that was correct at that time as well. But I don't know, yes, something inside me, as I said, I couldn't explain some things. I couldn't explain, yes, being as an atheist or a Christian Orthodox. There were some things I couldn't explain, and I couldn't figure out how this could work, their beliefs. There was something missing, yes, as you said. I started to read about Islam and how this religion is. I saw that it's much more complete. It makes more sense. I think it's more logical in a way, because it has also, like Prophet Muhammad has written a lot of parts of life in different aspects of life, has described in the Quran. Like she has said many things about nature, science. The Sharia law is described in the Quran. Different parts of life. So I think it's a more complete religion. As a Westerner, Well, when the the Twin Tower attack happened in America and the USA, I was a Christian Orthodox. Yes, I was in uh, my final year, let's say, of Christian Orthodox, as a Christian Orthodox. So I saw it as from a Western point of view, and I believe that really there was a Muslim guy attacking the USA. So I had all these beliefs that people, Westerners, have about Muslims, that they want to impose into other people's lives their Islam, and they want to impose their religion. So there shouldn't be so much fear for Islam. It mostly has to do with politics, not with religion. I have only told my family, and yes, only my family and my close relatives, that I wanted to become a Muslim, let's say, at some point. Yeah, there were different reactions, like my brother, father, and mother. They were supportive in a way that what especially my mother said, even though she's more following Christian Orthodox Church more than the rest of my family, she said to me that whatever makes you happy, like, I will support you. Even though she didn't agree with me to becoming a Muslim, she said whatever makes you happy. My father he's more open-minded, I think, and he said yes. Again, you can continue and do. He only wanted to get on with my life. That's what he mostly wants, and my brother as well. And maybe they didn't believe me so much that what I was saying to them at that point, that I was going to do it as well, to become a Muslim. But my mother, because we had some discussions about religions generally, before I come to Turkey, so I think she's kind of expecting it to to tell them. I haven't told them yet. I hope they will take it. They will take it okay, and say the same things, and tell me that whatever makes me happy, and that they will support. The main thing is not to get carried away. Yes, to get carried away from what they hear from media, TV, about Muslims and Islam, and because the Western media, they don't tell them the truth. They don't tell them from an objective point of view. So. And they should try themselves and find out information. Don't wait for the information to come to them. They should search for the truth. That's the main thing.